Hello everyone, I am TV Hari and today I am going to do a full walkthrough on the room Grand Larceny Auto II. And this room is the sequel to the room Grand Larceny Auto, which is the first one. And the previous one we could directly just decode it to find the flag. But this time we have an active lab machine, which I've already started. This is the same machine I've been using since the beginning. This is my progress already here. So here we'll find that we're going to have to go through a little bit of complicated networking to find out the exact process of getting the flag here. GLA2 shipped on time, but unlike some sequels, somewhere in Los Vantas is a vault that the developers swear you'll never open. So this time the flag isn't in the game at all. So which gives us a big hint. The safe house vault is back, but robbing it isn't a single player job anymore. Pull the game apart, work how it talks to the city's back office, and take what the developers insist is logged. The cheat console lies. The vault on your screen lies. The real score is something you have to earn, then prove that you earned it. So here I have already started my WSL Kali Linux, and we can find that we have some game files in this directory here. First you'll receive a 7-zip file, then you'll have to unzip that zip that comes from the 7-zip. Then you will find these items in there. After a lot of analysis and rabbit holes, you will find out that it's not even in the game at all, and after manual inspection you will find some valuable information that's going to be really useful for us. Okay, so first we already have it. Then we find a Godot game and a manage.net DLL file. So for this you could use ILspy, the mono. I think I installed monodev. I don't know exactly. You can use any of those to inspect it manually, but ILspy is most useful in finding these, and you can just look at the output file multiple times. Okay, so here you look for these type of things: sign key, derive staff role, vault, staff secret, fake, flag. So we find we find a decoy flag, and if we play the game, which is this, I started it. It's a Godot thing. I already have Godot engine, so basically you use tab to change the weapon, and this gives some funny text here. You'll find the cheat code console here. I tried doing multiple cheat codes. It keeps rejecting you, and there are absolutely no cheat codes that are actually valid. So that's not the intended path, and the game logic is actually pretty fun. Basically, these police people will keep spawning everywhere. So if you do it in the order they give you, the order was stash 0, stash 2, then we rob stash 1, we find we can unlock the vault. So sometimes you might get busted, but it's the same thing. Your progress is all saved, and you can find the vault here. If you click F, and you get this fake flag again. The vault swings open. Proof of play accepted, but this is civilian access. Flag, try THM, nice driving, but that's the wrong vault. Civilian access, the real vault is staff only. So this is just part of the game, and that's a rabbit hole. Don't fall in that. So first we're going to have to find the binaries. Then here we found the manage.net DLL. Now we can use strings to find the useful parts. We got the we can get the to restore decoy flag. Anyways, we'll just use this command here. Oops, I forgot. Yeah, here we will find some useful things. Derive staff role, get real flag, get has flag, last flag, vault flag, and a bunch of other related things. Sign key, vault dot, tick count amount, and all. So we can also get the useful methods from here. Okay, but first we're going to have to disassemble the DLL. Monodis is the useful tool. Monodis is one of the most useful tools for this part. So using monodis, you can just output it to gla.il, which is already there in my computer, so you can just directly read it off. Then we can use rg to extract the real flag or any of the useful credentials that we've discovered from here. And look, we find the .cc tar files and all. So this is a really long of things, and this POPC client is the key to finding it all. You will find the important bits, the sign key. So it takes a lot of manual scrolling. It should be somewhere. Report checkpoint, real flag, sign key. So basically, after a bit of manual inspection, you'll find out the sign key as this. The signature you will find after more inspection that it's using HMAC SHA-256. We can output it as lowercase hex, and we get a checkpoint message. First, we need to claim it. Then the real flag only gets checked when the return flag doesn't have the civilian access node. First, we need to get a session. So this part was just disassembling the DLL. And we find the checkpoint message. We find the claim message at this part. But all of these are just distractions. So using this command, we set the response here. Okay, the SID here, the SID cookie, the TOK, which is we need with the token which we need, the key, which is the key that we found from disassembling the DLL. So if we just run this all as a whole, so you just set this here. Okay, since we've set those variables, the session will give us, we'll need a short wait before the first checkpoint, a session ID, a token, and a stash order will be given. So we need to do the checkpoints order from this run. So at one point I got this stash 2, stash 1, stash 0, vault. Token will change after every successful checkpoint. We need to grab it each time. So it has a 6-second timeout. Now using this sleep 7 command, we can wait for 7 seconds before doing it. Okay, it's just too fast. So we use this bash. It's going to give us the heat 5, heat 2, stash 2, stash 1, and it'll follow the steps. And look, wait, there's a bad token error. Okay, and we can use the sleep 7. And here we're still getting the bad token error. Basically, with the right token, you can do the order. So we're just trying to get the signature. I mean, like the key, the message, the body, and the response. Yeah, this should do it. So this script is basically going to just give us the response, the SID, the token. Basically the issue was that was just a confirmation. We weren't actively reusing it. So let me just clear the command, terminal. Here we need to get, okay, we need sleep 6. Let me just read that real quick. Okay, we'll keep sleep 7. And here this should ideally work. Error 25 need 6 got 0.42. Let's see, we'll just keep sleep 1 here. And there you go, we have it, because we needed to wait 7 seconds before we actively get it, because we need time. Look, no new token, need 5 got 1.33. So hang on, let me just fix that real quick. So let me just try a new one. So we have a new script. Okay, we can just set this as clear nano a2.sh. Okay, control x y enter. We need to modify the permissions plus x gla2.sh dot slash gla2.sh. It's created a token, a session. We have the session ID, the SID, and the token, and we have the response. This is perfect. We need to wait 6 seconds every time before the checkpoint. So stash 1, first we're doing stash 1, stash 0, and stash 2 from our fresh session. So if you want the script, watch till the end of the video. I'll be providing the link in a big thing. I don't really know how I can make it short, so just to save you the pain, I'm going to add it in a special community. So I might be creating a new server for everybody soon who's following my channel, so make sure to be there. Okay, so we have the tokens from here. Now let's just go back to our process. Okay, we need a short wait before the first checkpoint. We've done the run. This step got replaced, previous time it worked. Okay, now let's just get the staff role. Derive staff role hashes the whole stash with SHA1. The root, heat 5, stash 2, stash 1, stash 0, vault was the old one. So if we do this command should ideally work, but we're going to have to keep the sequence which we used. Okay, so what was our sequence? Stash 1, 0, 2. So we'll just add that sequence in here. Stash 1, stash 0. Okay, and we have the sequence that we need. So this is the sequence that we need to use to get it. And on entering this command, this should ideally work. Okay, that didn't work. We need to claim the stash flag now, staff flag. So we just use a curl to the IP address here /claim. Okay, this is the link that's going to give us the claim part, and these are all we need to claim the staff flag. So this is the last step. Ideally we should have gotten this SHA1. Let's see, incomplete at 1, need 5. 1. Yeah, so I've got the new one. Basically what this does is it doesn't exactly hard code the processes. Okay, it automatically just echoes the whole thing. If you want the script, look out for the description and I'll be sharing the link. So let's just blank gla2.sh and on we're just going to nano gla2.sh xy enter and we find it. Let's clear the terminal. /l.sh sorry gla.sh gla2.sh. Waiting 6 seconds before heat 5 /0. So this is a different order. Basically what we did is we didn't hard code it like we did here. Here we just used the process and we went along with it by manually submitting the order that it took. But this updated version now makes sure that every successful checkpoint rotates the token and that the tokens are submitted with the actual sleep time. Okay, so this just automates, and there you go, that's the flag. So this is actually the one script that you need to get the flag. Let's see what it did. It created a session. Okay, it created a SID and we have an initial token here. It waited 6 seconds before submitting heat 5. Then finally after we submitted heat 5, we got the response okay true, step heat 5, next /0. So it grabbed this value and kept it here. Then it submitted /0 after submitting it after 6 seconds. Then after we got /0, it provided us with /2. And we waited 6 more seconds and found out the next one was /1. After /1, we obviously have the vault, which is the step. Then after getting it to the vault, we claimed it, but the next one was null. And the token, we have it. So the checkpoint chain was completed. The chain was heat 5, /0, /2, /1, and vault. The final token was this, which we got here. Now after we do the roll here, okay, here we're supposed to find it around the, instead of using manually, basically we'll find out that it's calculating our roll. Okay, we're keeping track of the successful chain here in this part, and that's the part that's going to give us the final output here, chain. And then we are supposed to get the final token. But and here we have the calculating roll part. We're going to have to just print our chain, sha1sum, cut it. So basically the command that I showed you in the initial intro. And then we find out our roll in this sha1 cipher. Using this, we submit the claim. So here, the claim response is supposed to be curl fs capital S, max time 20 for the timeout, method is post, content type application JSON, base claim. Okay, if that doesn't work, it's going to do claim request failed, otherwise it's going to do claim response. Okay, so let's just look at the base value which we give in the initial part of the script. Base was this IP address, and the key was what we derived from manually inspecting the file. And that is how you do the room Grand Larceny Auto 2. And just to prove that this is the right flag, we've completed the room here. I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough, and Grand Larceny Auto 2 was actually very fun. Although you might find a lot of rabbit holes, this took me a bit of time too. You will eventually find out the answer. Hope you are enjoying my walkthroughs and thank you for watching this video.